What up, what up, what up? It's your homeboy B Watt, and you are now tuned in to another episode of Cancel B Watt. And in this episode, I'm going to be discussing ATL City Girl District Attorney Fani Wilis. Now, this woman is currently embarrassing the black community, and more specifically, she is embarrassing black women. Fani Wilis is the district attorney in Fulton County in Atlanta, GA, and she became famous over the past few years because first, she hit young Thugger Thugger and all his dress-wearing, gun-toting homeboys with a RICO charge, and then she doubled back and hit Donald Trump, the former president of the United States and probably the next president of the United States, with a RICO charge. The problem with that YSL RICO case is that the streets of Atlanta be saying that she used to date this popular music industry street guy who was allegedly killed by Young Thug, and this is allegedly, possibly, supposedly the reason that she went so hard pushing for the RICO charge against Young Thug and YSL. Okay, so my first question is, what is the district attorney doing being connected to a street dude and an alleged gang member? Donald Trump was the one who originally exposed her relationship with this dude. And at the time, people accused him of being sexist and racist for making those statements. But vision is 20/20 in hindsight, and Fani Wilis is starting to look funny when you hold up to the light. This really makes me wonder what type of woman she really is, that she even have these type of rumors circulating about her in the first place. And I think that this rabbit hole is about to get deep. And ultimately, she is going to wind up in a bing some kind of way. Now, this woman, Fani Wilis, was representing one of the dudes who was supposed to, but didn't get arrested in the RICO trial with YSL. This dude was like on Vlad TV or something, talking about how he was shocked that he wasn't already arrested just like everybody else. Fani Wilis is corrupt. She is going to the bing. Now, with the Trump RICO trial, one of Trump's co-defendants filed a motion for dismissal because she is now being accused of having an improper relationship with one of the special prosecutors that she hired for that case. This is where she has fucked up. She is sleeping with this man and she hired him. This man is allegedly, supposedly, completely unqualified for the position that she put him in. He apparently has never prosecuted a felony case, and now he's on one of the biggest cases in United States history. He was some other kind of lawyer, not even a criminal lawyer, and she pays him way over $500K when the other two prosecutors that she hired are only making $100,000. And she is flying with this man all over the country to all the vacation spots, and I think she's going to jail for this. She hired an unqualified man who she is sleeping with and overpays him so that she could have access to and benefit from that money. She did all of this without the necessary approval, and she got caught because that man divorced his wife the day that she cut him the check, and his wife exposed Fani Wilis in the divorce proceedings. This is my issue with Fani Wilis. After she gets caught, she goes to some black church in Atlanta, Big Bethel Church, on MLK Day and hijacks MLK's celebration to vent about her situation. She is saying that they are targeting her because she is a black woman. She also said some other extremely dumb shit, like, you cannot expect a black woman to be perfect and save the world. Black women need to be allowed to stumble. This woman said, give black women room to sin in peace. Black women need grace, and with that kind of support, they can do God's work while stumbling all the way. This is ignorance. This lady who be lying in court and now she is lying in church. I want to give Big Bethel Church in Atlanta a special shout out for creating a safe space for Fani Wilis to vent about her sexual and professional immorality. This was not a sermon. It was a press conference. It was a media PR stunt. Fani Wilis was standing in the pulpit, avoiding all forms of accountability for her own actions. Who expects black women to save the world? That's such a grandiose sense of self, narcissistic almost. Fani Wilis, saving the world from Young Thug and Donald Trump. Nobody should give black women room to sin in peace. You really need God, Fani. All of us need to be held to a standard, and especially you, Mrs. Super Black Woman District Attorney Fani Wilis, leading the charge and representing all black women who cannot be trusted to make good decisions for herself or anybody else at this point, because even the judge who ruled on a previous case where she was found as having a conflict of interest, I have no idea what you were thinking. I'm disappointed in her complete lack of accountability for her piss poor decision making. I'm more disappointed in the fact that she's using the very real and legitimate struggle of black women as an excuse for her own corrupt behavior. I feel bad for the young ladies in law school right now. Fani Wilis just set y'all back. She is using black women to save herself, and it is going to negatively reflect on all black women in law. When you call something racist or sexist when it's really not, you illegitimize the people who are really having to speak their truth. Here's the real truth, though. You can't just do what you want to do and get away with it because you're a black woman. Feminism lied to you, and now you're about to suffer personal and professional embarrassment, and I think she should get charged. I don't see how what she did is not legal. I think that anybody in a position of leadership has to have some sexual discipline. That's the lesson that we're definitely learning this year. So we're going to see how this plays out. I'll be keeping my eye on this one for sure. And as always, I'm interested to know what you think. Do you think that Fani Wilis is secretly a gang member who was placed as a mole in the legal system and is moving as a corrupt district attorney while disguising her actions under the guise of being a professionally abused black woman? Do you think that she's going to wind up in jail? Because I'm sure overpaying your boyfriend with district attorney money and going on lavish trips with him and living a life and having access to that money has to be a violation of some law. Okay, so listen, like, subscribe, and tune in again to another episode of Cancel Be Wild.